Hello everybody, today I have an HID lamp video for all of you. Now as you can see by the title, yes, today is none other than DieselDucy's birthday. DieselDucy, if you're watching this video, then I wish you a very happy birthday, and to all of the elevator enthusiasts who have inspired you to become the way they are right now. So, to celebrate your birthday, DieselDucy, I'm going to be lighting up all of my HID lamps that are on my shelf. You can see a lot of the fixtures right there under some Christmas lights. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first row of lamps contain 4 metal halide fixtures, 2 of which are blue colored. Sorry about that. 2 of which are blue colored and the others are daylight white in color. So starting off here, we have my Sun Pulse 100 watt pulse start metal halide bulb. This one is 6400 Kelvin in color, but it actually looks more of like a daylight white 5000K color. So first fixture is that. Here we have my Ushio ColorLite 175 watt blue colored metal halide bulb. This one is probe start, and just like I said, this emits a blue color when fully lit, so pretty cool. Under here we have my Venture Lighting 250 watt pulse start daylight white metal halide bulb. This one also emits another 5000K daylight white with a 90 plus CRI, which is really good. And yeah, it's a very nice lamp. And this fixture that I'm using, this high bay light that I've had for like 5 years, has a super loud ballast. Actually, I've had this bay light fixture for 6 years. Never mind what I said. And right over here we have my Plusrite 175 watt probe start blue colored metal halide bulb. This one is actually considered an aquarium bulb because it emits 20,000 Kelvin, but I consider it to be a blue metal halide bulb since it really emits a deep blue color because of the indium halide salts in there. So yeah, these are the first row of fixtures that I'm going to be turning on, and I'm going to be going down row by row as the video progresses. But before we do that, to kick off this video before I turn on my HID lamps, I am also going to be turning on my 1996 McCain traffic light signal, which I acquired last month. And yeah, this one here is rather unique because it has a yellow backside housing, but the face, the front of it, is black in color. And even the visors are black in color, which is pretty neat. So, anywho, let's go ahead and turn it on. Very fast startup. It only took about a second just for the control board to turn on. So, as you may have noticed a little bit, this is a left turn signal, and it's doing the German light sequence. So very nice signal, as you can see. And yes, the visors are cap visors, referring to a baseball cap. So, I don't know why, but I just really like this type of visor. So, this light here is very bright, as you can see. The red and green arrows are made by Lithonia, while the middle one is made by DieselDucy. I do plan on giving this light a reverse retro upgrade within the next couple of weeks, which I might make a video of replacing all of the modules with used DieselDucy/Lithonia individual LED emitting diode light fixtures, if you know what I mean. Because the yellow one here has individual LEDs to make up the arrow. So I'm basically going to find some used arrow modules either on eBay or on Amazon and basically give this a reverse retro upgrade to make it look old, because this light here is almost 30 years old. So anywho, that's the little bonus featured in this video. So now, without further ado, since this is on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on this row of HID light fixtures while my traffic light is on and running. So without further ado, let's turn on the first row of HIDs. Here we go. Very nice. You can see my pulse start metal halides are off and running, starting up very quickly. Probes take a little longer to start up, but once they get to full brightness, these two lamps right here will emit a very nice deep blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for these lights to fully warm up, and then we'll be right back. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so as you can see, these 4 metal halide fixtures have reached full brightness, and look how cool they look. You can see my 100 watt and 250 emitting a very nice daylight white, and my 175 and 250 watt probe is emitting a very nice blue color. So now I'm going to go ahead and shut off the power to this row of lights, and we'll turn on the next set, which is right down here. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, second set of lights on the second row here contain only 3, 2 of which are high pressure sodium, and the one on the far left is mercury vapor. So here we have a Philips 175 watt clear mercury vapor bulb. Here we have a GE Wallighter WL400 series 150 watt high pressure sodium wall pack. This is also known as the Denver Airport train wall pack, since this fixture here was used in the Denver Airport concourse train system for 30 plus years until it got replaced fully with LEDs. So the one on the far right is a Philips 70 watt high pressure sodium bulb. The fixture itself is made by Lithonia lighting. This one here is made by ITT. So without further ado, enough being said, let's go ahead and turn on these 3 fixtures. Here we go. The mercury vapor yard light is actually really noisy. So we'll watch these fixtures warm up here. High pressure sodium is already glowing. Very nice deep orange. You can see my traffic light in the background, just cycling through. Yep, you can hear the ballast starting to get noisy. And over there you can see some old lines of the 2006 RTD light rail expansion. The E, F, G, and H. 2 of which exist to this day, while the other 2 have sadly been decommissioned. You can see my mercury vapor bulb really glowing there. You can see that beautiful aqua bluish arc inside. You can see my other 2 HPS fixtures glowing nicely there. The mercury vapor fixture isn't that noisy as I thought it would, but on occasion it does make a lot of noise. But anyway, all of these fixtures have reached full brightness, and it took a very short time, as you can see. So this is what it looks like when it lights up my room right here. Of course, you can see my 1996 McCain light in action. So yeah, these fixtures have reached full brightness, so without further ado, the next row, which contains 4 metal halide bulbs, will be shown here and turned on later in this video. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the power to these sets of lights here, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, the third row contains 4 metal halide bulbs. So let's get going with it. So first off, we have my Venture Lighting 350 watt Plusrite protected metal halide. These 3 here are Probe Start, and they're all Denkyu lighting brands. This one's 175, 250, and 400 watts. Probe Starts tend to have a delay when they turn on, but Pulse Starts have an insta start. So Pulse Start metal halides tend to start up faster than Probe Start. So I think I've said that like millions of times in my previous videos. So without further ado, hopefully this doesn't trip the breaker, because this ballast and also this one provide a lot of current. So without further ado, here we go. I don't know why, but I really like the sound of all of these ballasts humming at once with all of the lamps being turned on. You can see my 350 watt is really warming up fast. Let me go and give you a beautiful look of that arc tube. See all that mercury vaporizing very quickly. Here's the 175. This one is not doing too bad. Here's the 250. And of course the 400 watt, which is taken forever actually. So like I've said before, Probe Start metal halides tend to take longer to warm up. It's about a 3 to 5 warm up time compared to Pulse Starts, which take about 1 to 2 minutes to warm up. And that lamp has already reached full brightness. So yeah, since this lamp has already reached its full brightness level, I'm going to keep it on just for maybe a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to unplug it from the power supply, and then I'll let the other 3 turn on. And it's providing a very nice, cool white color, and it's very accurate. Alright, so since the 350 watt has reached full brightness, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. And I accidentally unplugged and replugged the 175 watt in, so that's going to take a couple minutes to restrike, because Probe Start metal halides have a very long delay when restriking. Put my hand on there just to make sure that the ballast is on, in which it is. I felt the vibration from it. So the other 2 bulbs are reaching its full brightness level. The 250 has reached full brightness from what it seems. You can see that beautiful white arc inside. Very bright. So since the 250 watt has reached full brightness, I'm going to go ahead and unplug that too. Now the 400 watt is the only one on right now, and that one is still making progress. You can see my 175 watt is on the verge of striking again. You can see a tiny little arc in there. And that ballast over there is really noisy. So I'll let you guys watch the 175 watt lamp restrike and then wait for it to reach full brightness. I'm going to move on over so you can see the arc from a better angle. You can see that arc jumping across the probe and the main electrode. And it's just about to produce an arc. Very nice looking arc. My 400 watt has reached full brightness, as you can see from the arc tube. Sorry if it's out of focus. Look at that. Very nice arc. I'm gonna keep that one on since that doesn't draw much current, with that one only being on. And my metal halide lamp just restruck, so I'll let this one warm up too. So this has been kind of an interesting segment of video for this row of lamps. So since the 400 watt has reached full brightness, I'm gonna unplug that one. You can see the beautiful glow down of the arc tube. And I'll let you guys watch the 175 watt lamp turn on its own. Ooh, a little bit of a flicker right there. The ballast itself is pretty noisy, just with this one on. Here you can see the beautiful green arc inside from all the mercury in there. And eventually the halide salts are going to vaporize too. Get this thing to focus here. Come on, focus. There we go. You can see that beautiful arc inside. Look at that. Very nice green color. And right now the halide salts are vaporizing, so it should turn into a natural cool white color. And metal halide lamps like these have a standard CRI of 65 or 70 depending on the brand and the quality of the lamp. So this will give a CRI of 65, which is kind of average for many metal halide lamps. So you can see that beautiful arc tube in there. Let me go and give it a good focus. There you go, look at that. You can see that beautiful arc in there. And on this, like I said, on this row, all of these lamps are protected with a very thick layer of UV quartz. So in case if the lamp were to explode, which can be a risk, this little cylinder around the arc tube will contain all the hot fragments, so it won't explode the outer shell of the lamp. So this lamp has reached full brightness, so now the last set of HID lamps on the bottom row contain a lot of different kind of lamps. So I'll go ahead and show you guys those lamps after I shut off the power to this lamp that is at full brightness now. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty guys, the final row, which contains 6 lamps out of the 7, one of which will be turned on for the grand finale. So let's get going with the lamps that are going to be turned on the bottom row. First one here is a Venture Lighting 200 watt pulse start metal halide. This one is protected, so is this one here, which is a Venture Lighting 125 watt pulse start protected metal halide. Right over here we have an Ashton Park Lighting 50 watt high pressure sodium Wallpack, which apparently had a little hair strap on it, so I just removed that. Here we have a Guardco Lighting 250 watt high pressure sodium parking lot fixture, and this fixture here is the loudest out of every single fixture that I own. So this here is super loud. The ballast mainly vibrates a lot. So there's that. And right here, sorry about my Super Mario Brothers clock going off. Here we have a Seagull Lighting 100 watt high pressure sodium Wallpack, and finally an Insight Lighting 175 watt pulse start metal halide floodlight. This was originally probe start, but I converted it to pulse start. So there you go. And the bulb inside of there is a Venture Lighting 175 watt base up operating position pulse start metal halide lamp. I meant to say super metal halide since it produces more lumens than a standard 175 watt. So These are the 6 lamps that are going to be turned on. Hopefully it won't trip the breaker. If it does, that's on me. So here we go. Very nice. Look at all these lamps turning on. This one takes a little longer to start up because of the arc tube shape, but my high pressure sodiums are starting to glow orange. You can see my traffic light in the reflection of the glass of my guard coat fixture. It's about to turn yellow. You can see my metal halides over there warming up. Sorry about my chiming clocks in the background. You can see they're glowing a very nice mercury vaporish color. Let me go and show you the arc tubes here. Look at that beauty. This one has reached full brightness already. Look at that. That was a fast startup. Ooh, a little bit of a flash of sodium iodide or sodium bromide, which are basically the formula for a standard metal halide. Same for this one right here. Here's my 125 watt mogul based lamp. See, it's made by Venture Lighting. So both of these lamps have reached full brightness very quickly. This one is still reaching full brightness, as you can tell. This one is a bit slower. This one's an older 175 watt pulse start. These two over here are newer, so it takes less time for them to warm up, mainly a minute or so. You can hear my ballast humming away on my guard coat lighting parking lot fixture. So since these two lamps have reached full brightness, I'm going to go ahead and locate each wire and unplug them, because I don't want to trip the breaker. So there goes my 125. And over here, if I can get it, there goes my 200 watt. And now we have these 4 lamps turning on. So this is what it looks like right now with all the lamps being lit. It looks really cool on my traffic light because you can actually see the individual LED diodes really well on my yellow LED. And the green one looks even cooler because there's a stencil right behind the fixture. And it looks really cool when fully lit. Like, look at that. That looks cool. Alright, so since the metal halide has reached full brightness here on the 175 watter, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. And I'll leave the high pressure sodium lights on during the time being, so it's going to be very nice and orange in here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll pause the video until these 3 lamps have reached their maximum brightness level, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alrighty, folks. About a couple minutes later, these lamps have reached their maximum brightness level. You can see that beautiful gold color. This one is a little bit more beige orange, and so with this one too, because those two are starting to age. The bulbs are, but not that one. So now let's go ahead and I'll reveal the grand finale in just a moment after I switch off these lamps. So without further ado, let's get to the grand finale. Alrighty, folks, the grand finale you've all been waiting for. This run right here with the Apple logo stickers. I haven't sticked them on or anything. This here is my 1000 watt high pressure sodium / metal halide fixture. This is originally used for growing plants and stuff, but I decided to convert it into, like, you know, a test fixture for myself. So this originally went to individual outlet. So I basically disconnected that, and I basically directly connected it to this socket right here. So this is my 1000 watt high pressure sodium bulb, which is made by Sylvania. It's a 1000 watt eco bulb, so yep. This here draws a lot of current, which, as you can see by the ballast, it draws 8.5 amps on 120. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on. This thing is very bright at startup. Here we go. And this is also the brightest lamp in my collection, which is approximately 140,000 lumens. And it's already turning orange. Look at that. What an amazing transition of color. So, as you can see, it's lighting up the room brightly enough, and it's just already starting. It's a very nice deep gold color right now. And also, as another bonus, if I actually have enough battery power on this thing, which I don't think I do. Yeah, it's very low on power. I'm going to try to light up my CE floor display displaying a 9 before the power shuts off. Oop. There we go. So that's also another bonus too. So yeah, I'll wait for this lamp to reach full brightness and we'll be right back. Alrighty folks, my 1000 watt HPS lamp has reached its maximum brightness level. You can really see how it distorts my camera. Like, look at that. This thing is mega bright. That's how it lights up the room. Very, very bright. So, yeah, I can't even bear to look at this thing. This thing is so bright, and it produces a lot of heat, too. So, yeah, anyways, I think that'll conclude today's video. And, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to like, comment, rate, and, of course, subscribe. And thank you all very much for watching. And once again, happy birthday, DieselDucy.